the following bout 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action for the CCFC Bantamweight Championship. This bout is brought to you by Never Scared Lifestyle. Referee when the action begins, Wayne Phillips. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of the center CBD blue corner. He hails from Arcata, California. He weighed in at 134.4 pounds. He represents the Institute of Combat. He is undefeated in his mixed martial arts campaign, Israel Smith. His opponent, across the cage in the Never Scared red corner, makes his home in Gilroy, California. He represents Ant Dog MMA. He weighed in at 134.5 pounds. He holds a mixed martial arts record, 4 big wins, opposite only 1 defeat. He is the current, reigning, defending CCFC Bantamweight Champion, Alan Silhanek.
All right, here we go. This should be a good scrap. So Allen right away, center of the cage. Trying to defend the takedown here from Israel.
It is a heavy Silhanek crowd here tonight. The champ has many people in the building. As you said, Ant Dog MMA has a lot of people. Right now, though, he is getting taken down by Israel Smith. His twin brother will fight later on, Gabriel.
Yeah, slowly but surely, it looks like Israel might get this takedown.
It's definitely taking some work. Allen is fighting it very well.
Just kind of refusing to accept the position. It
Yes.
looks like he's almost out of the takedown attempt, at least the deep part of it.
Silhanek, of course, the current bantamweight champion here at CCFC, 4-1. Israel Smith is 2-0, although he is caught in a guillotine right now.
That looks pretty tight.
I don't see a grimace yet on Israel.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out, yeah. And immediately Silhanek fighting for position. He's going to look to turn into him here. Israel tried to get his back and failed. Great job by Alan Silhanek, and now he gets the takedown.
That one came much easier than the attempt against him.
Now he's caught in somewhat of a guillotine attempt, arm in.
A little bit of a better position for the guillotine, too, with the full guard.
Right. And he is grimacing a little bit, as opposed to what Israel was doing earlier on.
Yeah, that's looking pretty tight.
His face is turning red.
Oh, his eyes are...
Wayne Phillips taking a close look at this. These guys have really skinny arms, and it makes this choke a little bit tougher to get out of.
It looks like Israel's trying to readjust his grip right now. There it goes.
And out pops the head of Alan Silhanek.
That was close.
Silhanek on top, guys in the black trunks. On the bottom in the olive-colored trunks, Israel Smith of Institute of Combat, the challenger. Current #1 contender here at CCFC.
And this Allen's hoping that this is his last amateur fight. He's hoping to go pro after this one.
Pick up a victory here. They're going to come calling. Antonio Jimenez taking a close look. He is a matchmaker for many companies out here.
Allen's got him pressed up against the fence. Hard to get any work off in guard.
3 3-minute rounds here in this title fight. Still to come here tonight. O'Brien Younger takes on Lorenzo Figueroa.
Israel opened up the guard here. Maybe he's trying to set something up, but again, it's tough when you're up against the fence like that. But got his feet on the hips, create some space. Heavy leg kick from Allen. Big shots here from Allen.
Allen's an animal when he's on top for sure. He's got, look at that muscle definition on such a small guy. 135-pounder.
Yeah, he said he never took time off. There's the round. So he was supposed to fight in October on that card that CCFC had, and his opponent pulled out an hour before the fight.
Wow.
He said
that's always fun.
Yeah, he said he didn't stop training camp then. So he's been training in a training camp basically since October. Explains why he is absolutely shredded for this fight.
Yeah, he's a specimen for sure. Ring girl showing the belt that is on the line. our next fight coming up, guys, not only will the cruiserweight title be on the line, but the heavyweight title will be on the line as well. So it's a double belt fight.
Those are fun. Don't get those too often.
Well, Figueroa is the current heavyweight champ. The cruiserweight title is vacant, but they've agreed to put both belts on the line here tonight.
I like that. That's cool.
Right now, though, we're in the bantamweight division, 135-pounders. Alan Silhanek defending his title against Israel Smith. 8th bout of the evening.
Yeah, I'd like to see if Israel tries to grapple again to start this fight, or start this round, I should say, because he kind of got outworked a little bit towards the end of that round.
Yeah.
He might try to keep it standing here.
Saw Coach Berto come in and talk about Team Take Flight's nonprofit. David Velasquez, an old opponent of mine, we fought together at IFC in the 165-pound division in 1999. He also has a nonprofit, so we're going to hear from him momentarily as well.
Shout out IFC.
Yeah, man, it was a long time ago we fought. We're both much bigger now. I'm about 100 pounds heavier. And Silhanek now getting pushed up against the cage by Israel Smith, who's looking for a leg to grab here.
Yeah, heavy pressure here from Israel.
Knee comes in.
Yeah, he's been trying to work those knees to the body the whole fight so far.
Looking for maybe a high crotch here, looking for a single. Silhanek has some great takedown defense.
Yeah, I thought for sure he was going down in that first round. He fought it off really well. Here he is again. But Israel's a workhorse. He keeps going for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Silhanek is not an easy guy to work against because he's tiring him out by stuffing and stymieing these takedown attempts. He's right in front of me, so Central Coast Services gets a shout out on the trunks of the champ.
There's the takedown from Israel, but right back up is Allen.
Yeah, I mean, he is tough to get down and keep down. Tough to get down at all, but then you get him down, he jumps right back up. Grapevine there by Israel Smith. Little whizzer action, kind of. The arm, but.
Nice knee on the break there by Allen.
Silhanek throws an outside leg kick, gets caught up again. You hear his coach screaming, you got to grind it again.
Yeah, definitely the game plan going into this. Big knee again there to the body.
And Silhanek looks like a guy you got to grind down because he's double tough.
Yeah.
There we go. Pull it out. Pull it backward.
Allen tried to reverse position there, but Israel was game to it.
3 more title fights still to come here tonight, guys, including our main event, 185-pound title on the line. Pedro Trujillo, Joseph Thurot. They call him Cutthroat. That'll be coming up at the top of the broadcast.
There you go. Pull it out.
Will Fredrickson, Jim Cooley, and down goes Smith. And this time it's Silhanek on top. So we did get the takedown, but it was the other way, just like it was in round number 1. And again, we're toward the end of the round, short time. Silhanek's on top, leaving that exclamation point in the judges' minds.
Yeah, recency bias, right? End the round on top. That's the last impression. There's a big left hand there by Allen on top. He tried to hit that reversal to end up on top 3 times, and he got it on the 3rd attempt.
Shots coming in from the top by Silhanek. Body shots going to the head, going head, body, head, body.
Allen does a good job, too, just pressing him up against the fence when he gets him down. Stacking the guard, not really giving him any space to do anything.
It's funny because head, body reminds me of Mickey Ward, the famous Irish boxer, and Silhanek kind of looks like him. Big shots coming in now from the champ as he stays on top, ground and pounding the challenger, Israel Smith. And big shots, short time though, and that'll be the end of the round. But Silhanek again, as you said, recency bias. He's leaving the judges with that memory of him just being on top and dominating.
Yeah, it's like you hear that clacker, you're on top, and he's stacked up against the fence. You might as well just go for broke.
Correct. Guys, Jim Cooley, the voice of champions, along with Will Fredrickson, Story of the Fight podcast host, bringing you all the action here tonight from the Santa Cruz Civic Auditorium. It's my 2nd night on the mic, guys. My voice is shot.
Doing double duty, too.
Yeah, double duty. I'm ringing out today. Commentated all day yesterday. But I'm glad to be here with you, Will, man. You're doing a great job, buddy. It's our first time working together. Super pumped to work with you. It's an honor. And calling some great fights. We've seen some good knockouts here tonight, some nice finishes, some good jiu-jitsu early on. And now we're seeing a war of attrition right now between Israel Smith and Silhanek with that bantamweight title on the line.
Yeah, this is kind of a deep waters round here, going into the 3rd and final.
Yeah, because, Amis, there's no 5-minute rounds. In fact, even over at A1 Combat, we don't do 5-minute round or five round title fights. And these are not 5-round title fights either, just 3 rounds. And the short time of 3 minutes as well. So just 9 minutes to work in these title fights.
Yeah, we got round 3, and they definitely look a little bit more tired. But here's Allen on the shot here.
Silhanek is explosive still.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Mickey Ward. I'm going to call him that from now on. He's going to have to deal with it. Irish Silhanek. Irish Allen Silhanek.
Yeah.
He's probably not even Irish.
He could be.
On top right now of Israel Smith. Title on the line. Hangs in the balance does the bantamweight title.
I wonder if that was the adjustment in the corner there. I know they're really good at making adjustments mid-fight and
take him down early.
Take him down, beat him to the takedown, because the first 2 rounds he got taken down first, and then he ends up on top to finish the round. Hey, why don't you go out there?
You cut out the middleman, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what they did. Correct, and I think you're probably right. And obviously, Antogs can make adjustments on the fly.
Yeah, it takes a good team to be able to do that, and it takes a good fighter to be able to actually do it out there too.
Good camps in both corners, by the way.
Yeah. And here's Israel's back in that same position, kind of pressed up against the fence.
Yeah, and this has kind of been the story of all 3 rounds, with the exception of this happening much quicker, as you mentioned, in the 3rd round.
Yeah. Israel definitely started the round 1 and round 2 off really strong, but again, like you said, the last impression on those rounds was Allen on top.
Yeah, and this is definitely more of a dominant round for the champ. They're on top of the Cabrillo football logo. I'd like to send a shout out to them for sponsoring tonight's event, along with everybody else. Never Scared, Center CBD, all these guys, Santa Cruz County Life, everybody that's supporting these young athletes as they make their way up the amateur ladder and look to that pro level, which is what everybody dreams of when they get into this sport. And Daniel Compton giving them a great opportunity here with these fights here at Central Coast Fighting Championship to move themselves up, get experience, and move on to those pro ranks. And there's another big shot from the champ.
Allen's doing a good job with his head position here in guard too. I mean, Israel can't even look anywhere right now. He's just smashing his face with his forehead.
He's been up against the cage the majority of this round, if not all of it.
That is nasty head position.
Cheese grater.
Yeah, that buzz cut.
Yeah, as my buddy Chris Lieben would say, the cheese grater. And he's got his head just driving into the chin. How uncomfortable is he right now? Gosh.
Yeah, that's not a good position to be in.
Makes me want to sit in a hot tub.
Shout out to Crippler.
Absolutely. I tried to get him to commentate with me a couple weeks back, and he goes, man, commentating's just not for me, Jim. I beg to differ. That guy's always got something to say.
He's got stories. But the story here is Allen on top, really grinding this out.
So the question is, and we'll go to you with this, you know, yes, Silhanek ended up on top in the first 2 rounds, but it was the grinding of Israel Smith that was really the story of those 2 rounds. That was the narrative of those 2 rounds. We saw earlier a guy that we thought had been beat, and there was one judge that gave it to him, you know, and so you just never know when they're working from their back. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I think the control time, I'd have to go back and rewatch it, but I think the control time in the first 2 rounds would favor Israel, but he didn't have any really, like, fight-ending moments. Maybe the guillotine. He probably took the round with the guillotine, but the second round, I think the bigger shots from Allen, that was the most damage, right?
So maybe 29-28 for the champ.
Most likely, yeah, and who knows, right?
I'm not a judge.
I'm not sitting here scoring, but
these judges are crazy, and I can say that because they're all my friends. Let's find out who won this fight.
Yeah, that was a fun fight there between Allen and Israel. Big grinding fight. Antdog's looking to take it 2 wins back-to-back here if they can. Allen trying to retain his title. Both had a good showing, though. Israel's work early in the first 2 rounds. Really, really good. Heavy pressure. Allen able to reverse it, end up on top to end both the first 2 rounds. Kind of took the third dominantly, but the first 2 were close rounds. I think Jim's entering the cage right now for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 big rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges see this bout the same way for your winner by unanimous decision. And still CCFC Bantamweight Champion, the Maniac, Alan Silhanek.
Big back-to-back wins there for
All right, Maniac.
Ant
You're
Dog.
still the champ. You got a lot of people. Come to the middle, buddy. You get to stand right here in the center stage. You got a lot of people here tonight. First, what do you want to say to them?
First and foremost, I will always say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He's done for me miracles that I know he can do for other people. So I thank you, Lord. Second of all, my coaches, Anthony Figueroa, Angel Figueroa, everybody at Ant Dogs. My family, my friends that came out to support me, all my sponsors. I'm not going to mention it just because I'm probably going to forget some, but Larry Kent, Mike Marini, Tommy Niebles, man, Shineco Auto Detailing, Julie Bruns, Jojo Guerrero, John Rubio, man, GFY, Cal Silk.
The Academy's going to play you off, bro.
Rymel Properties. And I just thank you. I thank everybody, man. I couldn't do it without you guys, so I thank you.
Let me ask you a question. So the first 2 rounds, he was really grinding you on the cage. My co-host Will Fredrickson said he thought you guys made an adjustment in the 3rd round to come out and take him down quicker so that he didn't get a chance to try to take you down. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I just went with my instincts. I knew that he wanted to shoot and try to get me down, so if I went back on his own game and took him down, but I think I broke my hand in the 1st round, my right hand, so that's what was holding me from trading a little bit.
Wow, so you broke your hand in the 1st round and you still won the fight. Congratulations, champ. Still the champ, Alan Silhanek, the Maniac.